Average home prices in the GTA have been falling for 3 months in a row now. Not only that, the average price of a home in GTA had fallen over $100,000 compared to 3 months ago. Positive news is that Bank of Canada did not raise interest rates this time. So if you're somebody with a variable rate mortgage, you can take a breather for now. Hello everyone, my name is Dilyar Murat. I'm a real estate broker here in the Greater Toronto area, and this is your real estate market in under 6 minutes. Let's get started. So let's bring our focus to the year-over-year summary here. Again, the average price point that's being referenced here is the average home prices in the GTA. So this is the average price of every home across the GTA, everything from condo towns, condo apartments, freehold townhomes, semis, detaches, cottages, etc. Now, average price of a home in August was $1,082,496, which is almost identical to the same time last year, which is also pretty much identical to August of 2021. So for 2 years in a row now, average home prices in August have remained unchanged. Now, of course, this number is quite a bit lower than the peak that we saw here in May, where average prices were about $110,000 more than what we're seeing here. Number of home sales was 5,294 in August, which is a little bit less than the same time last year. By percentage point, we're looking at just over 5% less. Now, I want you to focus on the number of new listings. The number of new listings have gone up by 16%, and we have about 12,000 new listings this August compared to just over 10,000 the same time last year. I guess on the positive side, the average days on the market is slightly less this time around compared to last year, but that can be explained because last year, August, we were just coming from the extreme highs of real estate, so it took some time for sellers to adjust to the new market. So most sellers were still mesmerized by this insane prices from February of 2022. So it did take them some time to get used to the changes with the new rate hikes and the market change, etc. But I want you to keep in mind something. If less homes are selling today, but there are also a lot less homes for sale, then it's not really going to have an impact on the price, because that means there are less people looking to buy, but there are also a lot less people looking to sell. So the demand and supply remains unchanged regardless of how many homes sell. It's only when the home sales slow but the new listing or active inventory keeps rising, that's when you see the average home prices drop. And that's actually what's happening across the GTA in most asset classes. Now let's talk about interest rates. As you may have heard, Bank of Canada did not raise interest rates last week. And I heard a lot of people say that that's a good thing and Bank of Canada will not raise interest rates again because many people just can't keep up with their mortgage. I think a lot of us forget that Bank of Canada's job is not to make sure that Toronto real estate stays intact. Bank of Canada's main objective is to keep inflation under control across Canada for all Canadians while making sure the economy doesn't go into recession. You see, when Bank of Canada increases interest rates, that rate hike discourages people from spending, which discourages people spending money on goods and services, which in theory reduces inflation. But at the same time, too much of that could halt the economy entirely and drive us into recession. So Bank of Canada has a very tough job here. They have to make sure the inflation doesn't go up substantially or make sure it stays intact. So they're gonna have to keep raising rates, but at the same time, they have to make sure that we don't go into a full-blown recession. And I think we are already in a recession, by the way, but it's not as bad as you think. It's more of a soft landing, but that's just for a video for a different day. So does this mean it's the best time to get into the real estate market? In short answer is no. You see, in my professional opinion, you should not be speculating on short-term interest rates to make a decision on whether you should or shouldn't buy real estate. In fact, I would tell anyone that unless you have plans to live in this house for at least 3 years, I would not be buying real estate right now. Now, of course, this does not include the savvy investors or house flippers or people that are just in a very unique position, but this applies to majority of people that are trying to get into the market. If you don't have plans to live in a house for at least 3 years, you should not be looking to buy. As a matter of fact, it's probably better just to rent. I say rent might even be better because by the time you consider the interest you pay on your mortgage plus the property taxes and maintenance, the rent might actually be a better option if you're considering the short term. On the flip side, although we're not 100% sure if this is going to be the last rate hike or if there will be any more rate hike coming, one thing seems more and more certain, that we may be at the end of our rate hike cycle. Our unemployment rate for August remained essentially unchanged from the month before, but we are up slightly compared to the spring market, and also the inflation has been coming down little by little, so it seems like the rate hikes are working. However, real estate does not move like the stock market. It's more of a lagging indicator, meaning all the rate hikes that we're seeing right now, we won't see the effects of this for another year to 18 months at the earliest. So it's too early to say what could really happen, but based on the data that's being provided, it seems like we're coming towards the end of a rate hike cycle. Again, I'm not telling you if you should or shouldn't buy. This is more of a general advice based on data provided by the Toronto Real Estate Board. If you want more of a personalized real estate advice for your situation, you can feel free to send me a message, send me a DM, or just call me, and I'll be more than happy to chat. Until next time.